So, did you get to the Shadow Line? Did you free the prisoners?
Yeah, I found them and freed them. And I found out some interesting things about the site.
After what we've just done, I'm not sure we need more information. We're going to be able to enter Shadow Lair and attack the source.
You want to leave soon, right? You wouldn't want us to still be around when Abundance shows up, would you?
What? How?
One of the prisoners heard about your alliance from some dying guy, a former member of the Resistance who was your liaison with the other guild. How could you do that?
Don't you see? It was the only way to weaken and disperse the Technomancers enough so we could hope to defeat them. Abundance is ready to support the government we'll be setting up. And with their help, we'll finally have a chance.
At the expense of Green Hope, which has already cost Aurora a lot of blood.
What does that matter now? Aurora doesn't need Green Hope. What we really need is freedom. A future.
And you really believe Abundance's promises? Don't you think the only thing they're interested in is getting a hold of this site?
Maybe. But once we have the source, we'll set up a new government. A government of the people. Then we'll be stronger than ever, and Abundance won't be able to do a thing against us. Roy, you know that without me, the Resistance would be nothing. That I'm ready to give everything for it.
I think this business is pretty shady, and I'm afraid Aurora will end up regretting it, but you may have a point. Without Abundance's help at the site, we probably won't be able to get rid of the Technomancers.
I'm glad you see the stakes in all this. Like you said, we have to leave here soon. They're going to hit us at any minute now, and this is our chance to take the source. We have to leave as soon as possible, but remember, there's no going back.
We can go. I'm ready.
Is one of your friends coming with us?
I'd like Judy to come with us.
Ah, Judy, everyone's sweetheart. You're right. Her presence will make everyone braver.
We're finally leaving Green Hope, fleeing before Abundance gets here, after shedding light on the activities of the Technomancers and weakening them. Not only did we sabotage their excavation site, but we also discovered the inhuman experiments they were carrying out on the defiant citizens of Aurora. We've won enough here for now, and hope they'll fall, along with the dowser that's backing them, so they'll have to confront their madness. I even managed to get my hands on the serial killer who was stalking Shadow Lair. It may seem almost trivial, but it's still good news. Particularly as things are far from rosy. Marco's debatable choice has lost Green Hope to us. But we have to go on to the next chapter and keep moving forward. My brave Judy is with me, of course, as we march on the source. Her help and support will be invaluable to me. Because the Tyrant will be well protected, and it's time we settled a few scores.
There! Kill him! This is the source. You know this place. You gonna be our guide?
When I was a kid, I was confined to the Technomancer's buildings. I wasn't allowed on these floors.
Never mind. We'll find Wisdom's offices, and he'll have to admit what he's done in front of everyone. Yesterday's hero will see that we weren't fooled, and that the citizens of Aurora won't let him get away with it. But for now, be careful. The Source Guards have a mean reputation in combat.
They don't scare me.
You've been a good ally, despite my reservations. But I'm interested in knowing why you're here.
I ended up believing in you and your ideals. The Technomancers and Wisdom being insane only helped your case. The people of Aurora deserve their freedom. I'm gonna see this through to the end.
here, at the heart and soul of the Source. Ready to bring down a tyrant.
Judy, I think just Marco and I should go on.
Yeah, I get it. Everyone has a right to their little secrets. But, watch out. You know now who Marco really is. And deceit is his ally.
Don't worry, I wasn't born yesterday. I'll be back soon.
What the Why did you kill him?
Wisdom was my friend. He was the leader of Aurora. I couldn't let him be dragged in front of an angry mob. Let the people judge him. You were going to debase Aurora in the eyes of the other guilds if you humiliated its dowser. I couldn't allow that.
You've allowed a criminal to escape justice. A man that didn't budge while the Technomancers took power and massacred the militia.
I was sure you wouldn't understand what was at stake here, but I'm ready to answer for my actions.
You think being some kind of hero is gonna get you out of this? You deserve one thing, to die exactly the same way as your friend, like a dog.
Are you sure you want to kill him? Won't it make him a martyr? This type of thing could be used by those who still support the government.
You know what he did, and what he stood by and let others do. All those people who died to quench their thirst for power. And you would spare him?
You're right, Marco. The idea of letting him live after what he did.
Roy, I asked you to work for me. You know I only want what's good for Aurora. Doesn't that at least deserve a fair trial?
Like the one you gave your friend? Roy, this man stood with the government till the end. No matter what he says. He could have done something, used his power to stop them. But he stood there and watched. The people will never be free while he draws breath.
You're right. It's better for him to die. Goodbye, Honor. You sealed your own fate long ago.
You made the right choice, Roy. This man was as rotten as the others. In the end, all he was interested in was his position in the government. I'm sure he thought he'd be able to find a new one.
I'm sure he would have tried to use his status as hero of the last war to tear down everything the Resistance is trying to build.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Come on. We should leave the palace. The people are waiting for us. It's time for the Resistance to put together a government.
So, in the name of the Resistance and right ideas of freedom for the people, I've committed sabotage, spied, even killed. For the sake of a man who, in the name of his ideas, didn't hesitate to betray his guild. But the end sometimes justifies the means. Thanks to our actions, the Technomancers are now under constant Resistance surveillance. Their dreams of power are at an end, this time. Marco even wanted to destroy the Order, but I managed to get him to understand it would be a mistake. Aurora needs them regardless. Mary once thought about joining them, but I convinced her to stay with me. Whatever the future holds, at least we'll meet it together. Tenacity has decided to hunt for the Resistance. He's looking for traitors. Anyone and everyone suspected of participating in all the horrible things. This will probably lead to a lot of cleansing. Judy hates the idea, but she can't stop the people from holding grudges, and stopping Marco's fanaticism is even harder. Aurora will have to set up a new government. I hope, of course, that it'll be more just, but I'm not dreaming. There will always be tyrants, ready to take over the guild, ready to dominate the people for their own ends. And to be honest, Marco fits the profile perfectly. As usual, Judy will keep debating to try to defend her dream. She asked for my help, of course, and since I still have Marco's trust, I'll be staying here for a while, just to see how things pan out. I know the conflict is far from over. Abundance will not give up the struggle despite Marco's politicking, if he thought giving them Green Hope would be enough for them. They did, of course, give indirect help to defeat the Technomancers, but it was definitely not to help the Resistance. And without the General to guide our troops? Anyway, for the moment, life goes on and Aurora can now dream of a better future. One that Innocence, who sacrificed himself for this dream, will never know. And so I write the final words of the war log of Innocent Smith to give it a proper ending. Farewell, kid.